In the spring of 2004, a disturbing outbreak gripped communities across Southeast Asia. Thousands of people woke up, not just sick, but disoriented, having lost fragments of themselves, their names, their families, even their native languages. Within days, entire villages would succumb to this bizarre illness, leaving hospitals scrambling and scientists searching for answers. What if there was a pathogen out there that didn't just attack the body but the mind itself? What if it could rewrite our memories, sever our identities? This is the story of the strange outbreak that had the world asking these questions. In February 2004, a series of encephalitis cases began cropping up in Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. Encephalitis, inflammation of the brain, can cause a fever, headache, disorientation, even seizures and paralysis. But these symptoms were accompanied by something more peculiar. Patients began reporting gaps in their memory, like missing pieces of their own body. Some couldn't recall their own names or the names of family members. Others had no idea how to speak their native language, yet could only utter phrases in fractured Vietnamese, Laotian, or Khmer. Doctors were baffled. Medical equipment offered few answers. As the weeks passed, more and more patients arrived at hospitals in a catatonic state, babbling in unknown tongues and exhibiting strange behaviors. One patient, a 30-year-old woman, was brought in by her frantic husband. She couldn't speak, but when asked where she was, responded in fluent Japanese, a language she didn't know. By April, the number of cases overwhelmed medical facilities. The Cambodian capital, Phnom Penh, found itself housing over 1,000 encephalitis patients. Many had completely lost their identities, wandering the wards in a perpetual daze. Hospitals became centers of fear and confusion, grappling with patients who seemed to have lost their very selves. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged. An Indian doctor, B.K. Misra, noticed a pattern in the patient's symptoms. He hypothesized that the root cause might lie in the hippocampus, an area of the brain crucial for memory and identity formation. If he was right, it wouldn't be a novel virus, but a disruption in the delicate balance of the brain itself, a breakdown of the structures that define who we are. His theory was radical and needed proof. Yet even as researchers scrambled for data, conspiracy theories began to swirl. Some blamed the US military, alleging that the symptoms were part of a biological weapons test gone awry. Others spoke of a covert government plot to control the minds of Southeast Asian populations. The most chilling theories pointed to advanced AI, 2 brain implants being manipulated to turn people into cyborgs, their memories rewritten, their identities stolen. But as the dust settled, as theories gave way to facts, the picture that emerged was both fascinating and frightening. Leaked hospital files painted a grim reality. Medical staff struggled not just to treat the sick, but to document their ever-shifting identities. Psychological evaluations revealed profound disruptions in consciousness. Some patients displayed behaviors and mannerisms inconsistent with their age or background. A 25-year-old man, for instance, exhibited the speech patterns and mannerisms of a 70-year-old, as if decades had been wiped from his life. The most harrowing accounts came from the patients themselves, those who regained consciousness amidst the chaos. Their stories were fragmented, filled with gaps and inexplicable experiences. One patient recalled waking up in a hospital not knowing who he was. Another remembered staring at the ceiling for what felt like hours, watching numbers and letters dance before his eyes. Yet another spoke of hearing disembodied voices whispering in his ear, guiding his thoughts, controlling his actions. Then there were the patients who remained in a catatonic state, their bodies present but unresponsive, their minds trapped in an abyss of confusion. Doctors watched helplessly as these individuals, robbed of their past, wandered through the present in a haze of bewilderment. With each passing day, the outbreak became more perplexing, the theories more audacious. Was this a novel virus, as Dr. Mira suspected? Or was there something more sinister at play? Something that challenged the very essence of identity, the boundaries between self and other. Today, the case remains officially unsolved, though some experts believe it may have been a mass bout of viral encephalitis, while others see it as a mass hysteria or shared psychosis brought on by intense fear and stress. Still, The most adventurous researchers haven't ruled out a link to AI or neurotechnology. They point to the fact that many patients displayed symptoms consistent with modern brain mapping studies in which volunteers have reported similar memory lapses and linguistic shifts under fMRI scans. Could it be that even today, our memories and identities are on the line? Could a virus, a malfunction, or a malevolent intelligence be poised to rewrite our sense of self? Perhaps the unsettling truth lies somewhere between the scientific and the fringe, a reminder that the human mind, the very core of our being, is still an enigma waiting to be unraveled. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.